Good morning, gladiators! Oh, my angels, today is going to be a very exciting day. Well, it's pajama day. Yay! Pajama day. But today we're going to be learning about the crisis of Venezuela. I guess I shouldn't say it's exciting because it's a very sad situation. But I really want to give you some awareness of what is happening outside of the United States and other parts of the world. And we're going to go down south to Venezuela. So, Venezuela right now is having a major crisis, human crisis, which would be social, government, your political, economics, which is also has to do with money. And I guess we could even say geography. Let me say that correctly, geography, because of the location, their situation of what is happening to that country. It's a very sad situation. For the most part, they have a president who is really running the country like a dictator. He was hand chosen by Chavez, who was the the one that passed away, who kind of had a better control of the government. Yes, there was other issues going on at the time, but I don't think it was as severe as it is today. Come to find out that even the United States currently do not consider him as being the current president. They feel that he has not done well for his country, and they feel that the people are struggling economically because of the situation that he has put them in. And there is a bounty out for him currently right now, and I believe it's at 15 million now. So even though he's there, we really can't go in there and take him and arrest him, right? But we're hoping that people will turn him in. It's a very sad situation. So what I want you to do today is you're going to watch this video on Venezuela, and then you're going to review the slides and analyze the reading facts, information, graphs, and videos. For slides 6 and 7 and 9, analyze the questions in your head only to think about how you will answer these questions as you review the information on the slides. The questions will be answered in the activity. Okay, so what you're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into economics. All right, so this is the country of Venezuela. For the most part, the entire country is really struggling. But right here in Caracas, where's the capital, that is the majority of the struggle. And that is where he's at. You'll notice in the videos that we're going to watch today that all the military people, not military, but the military leaders, they're chubby, they're good size, they're full, and then you're gonna see there are people who are thin, hungry, suffering. So we'll talk about that today. Why is that? Okay. So Venezuela is a country in the northern coast of South America. The capital of Venezuela is Caracas. Okay. Their currency is Venezuelan Bolivar. Their population is about 28.82 million. Their government is a federation republic, socialist state, presidential system, federal republic, and constitutional republic. So they have a lot going on in government, and they do vote. And currently, they have a president who is not the president, but Maduro is the president that they have actively now, but there is another president who has stepped in. The problem is that you have a lot of loyalists, people that are still loyal to Maduro, and people are starting to divide themselves, forgetting about the people, mainly just thinking about one person. And I think that, in reality, we need to be concerned about everyone, not just one. And yeah, of course, we want to believe in people. We want to be loyal to people, but not at the expense of lives, right? So this is what's happening in this country. So Venezuela is in crisis. The economy has collapsed, and an uprising of political opposition to President Nicolas Maduro has put the country's leadership in question. So there right now, people are literally going through trash cans. Parents are having to go through trash cans to feed their kids. The hospitals are without supplies. Many children are dying of diseases, malaria, um, getting sick from eating out of dumpsters, eating out of waste sites, stomach issues, scabies, diseases. It's a very sad situation. The forecast for 2020 show the number of displaced people may surpass nearly 6 million refugees, and the forecast has is true. They have surpassed the Syrian refugee crisis, so we have more, and a lot of them are trying to get to Colombia, in Peru, Ecuador, Brazil. So even some are coming to the United States, and some are in Spain. So, from the 10 years of military dictatorship between 1948 and 1958 to the impeachment of Carlos Andres Perez for corruption in 1993, Venezuela politics have often been both rocky and eventful. So, they've had a situation. It's been bad this whole time. It hasn't been great. But Chavez did a little better, and for a while there they were doing very well economically because they also have oil there, and a lot of oil. But because of everything that they've done, with everything that's happening, the United States has sanctioned them for right now. But look at how close they are. If you look at the GDP per capita, look at how close they are to the United States. So Venezuela was the world's fourth richest economy in 1950. So of course things started changing over time. Today, Venezuela has one of the poorest major economies in Latin America, and as the current crisis writes itself out, the IMF foresees it getting far worse. By 2022, the organization predicts Venezuela's GDP per capita will just be 12,000. That's very sad. So here are their leaders, and this is Nicolas Maduro if you want to see what he looks like. But look at their numbers. Look at how they were very high and how they have dropped. Okay, so I really want you to look at all this, go through all the facts. If I go back, you're going to click on this opposition of changing the constitution link. So you're going to look at that. That's one video. Then another thing that I want you to do is click on the link below, the Venezuela GDP rise and fall prediction link. I want you to take a look at that. Here are your questions. Should the United States intervene to help with the food shortage? Here's another video. I really want you to analyze these videos. Think about how is it that we can get involved? Is there a way to get involved without causing more turmoil? Okay. All right. So the closing facts is I would like for you to analyze these videos. Think about how is it that a country who's doing so well, how easily can they fall into corruption? What is the reason for that? How is it that people in the United States can help? Can we help? Okay. How would you help if you were in a position like you were an adult? How would you consider helping them? All right. So today's Venezuelan activity. You're going to look at based on what you learned today, how do you think Venezuela government from a republic to an authoritarian government? You're going to answer here. Slide 6, why is Venezuela in poverty if they are still leading and producing in oil? Slide 7, President Maduro plans to change the constitution. Is this legal? So he wants to change it. Based on that video, you tell me, is it legal? Could we do that here? Probably not, right? Not without everyone agreeing to it. Slide 9, should the United States intervene to help with the food shortage? So think about these as you watch the videos, and we'll talk about them a little bit more today in class. All right, my angels, I can't wait to see you. See you in a bit.